Hey guys, it's the Professional Bodger, and we're back with the Mini today. So as you can see, most of the front end has been, it's actually cable tied on. I was going to lie and say it's been welded, it hasn't. As you remember, the plan is to do a flip front on this thing, but we're trying to get the shape right. I have realised though, we're probably going to need the bonnet to get the dimensions bang on. So we could go all the way to the end, as you can see here, like push it right to the end like this, and up into place. But then we still don't know whether there'll be a huge gap here or here. I've done the measurements, and the measurements are right, but this still doesn't look right here. As you can see, it's fairly flush on this side, which looks good about this. You know, you push the front end around that way a little bit more, but this isn't right here, so we've got some work to do. Once we've got the bonnet in, I can fold this over here, you know, get it all in the right kind of shape, but that's not the plan for today. Also, quick updates, I've done a bit more Billy Bodger welding everywhere. If you remember the floor, it had a lot of bits missing. I've not quite finished it yet, but I've been doing this like off and on before I go for more surgery. So we got some terrible welding, etc, etc, and he's all cleaning up yet and all neatening up. Finish off the welding here in the middle, but basically a couple of extra plates in, and it is pretty rock solid, to be fair. So today's actual job is back on the subframe. That was my dodgy repair I did like ages ago, so I'm probably going to replace that with, you know, like a better piece of steel maybe. It's strong as anything, but you know, gotta make it look neat. You can buy a repair panel, so I probably will buy one, cut this old one out and weld a new one in. If you remember, the Mini was on the wonk and it was dragging its back wheel all the time. I thought it was a bent wheel. Turns out it's probably a slightly bent wheel, but it was just radial arm. It was in fact this radius arm. The problem had been it had snapped. So look, there you go. It had snapped off on this side where it bolted through the subframe. So that's why it was wobbling all around the place. So I managed to get myself some replacement ones. Got myself some recons on eBay. Not too bad pricing, obviously fairly expensive, but it has been done very well. Everything really good, didn't have to ream any bushes or anything like that, which is, you know, it sounds like it's going to be a hell of a job to do, so I sort of cheated a little bit and did this. So the next job is to try and just bolt these in place and then see if the Mini will roll in a straight line. We'll have a rolling chassis then, a proper easy one to roll, and then we can worry about everything else. So today is just a case of rebuilding it. Had my garage landlord give me a little hand pulling out the ball socket bit, because it was proper jammed in there. So thanks very much to him. Did a great job with that. We might have to do the other side yet. So the plan is, as you can already see, I've kind of gone ahead, bolted it roughly in place. I need to take this back off, push the cone back in, and there should go replacements, but you know, it looks fine. And we'll see how we go. So, and then we need to remove all this stuff, at least what's salvageable on it, if anything, and then move it across. But we'll worry about that later. So normally held on by a bracket here with two bolts. What I did, because I undid all the bolts here and it was proper jammed in places, I bent this up slightly. I wasn't going to bend it back afterwards. You could just buy a replacement one, but that's what I did. Oh, and then pretty much there's a bolt on the inside edge, which is in here. If you can see it, it's pretty dark in there today. And then the whole thing should just pull out. Obviously you might have to undo your brake lines and stuff. The other side was totally buggered, so I just cut it off. But yeah, undo these, and then the whole lot will slot off, and then just kind of swap it over. And there we have it. So next plan, now the old socket's removed, is this thing will fit in here. Kaboosh, perfect, look at that. This bit up here will press into here, and then yeah, I mean you could replace it. A lot of people do replace this rubber cone bit. I'm not good at it for now, probably will in the future, but I just want to get it rolling. So yeah, there we go. So you slot him in there like so, and then obviously there's a bit of triggers bit, you have to try and wiggle him up there. There he goes, and then we're going to push him hopefully through here, which it is way off. So oh no, there we go, here he goes in. Oh, my phone's ringing. Anyway, after the rude interruption, telephone call, it does feed back through just like so. We're going to put a little locking thing in. Again, all this is coming back off. I know people are going to comment saying it's all made of rust, blah 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 blah. I mean, absolutely slaughtered from anyone doing these jobs properly. I am the professional bodger, so you know, not going to be neat. It's going to be hopefully roughly road legal, at least for track purposes. So don't crucify me. There's plenty of better YouTubers out there. I keep saying it. Anyway, so he's going to be bolted in there, obviously nice and tight eventually, and then this will all clip back on. So you've got, like, see what I mean? I bent the bracket there. I could do it now, I could bash it straight, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to be having this back off. There you go. So that bracket's going to go on there, bash flat even. I'm going to put the bolts back on here, again loosely for now, so you get the idea. There we go. So that's roughly in position. Obviously that should normally have that drum on it. Yeah. This side's actually been alright, it hasn't snapped or anything, so what I'm going to do for now is leave this in place. So again, I can roll the chassis around and whatever else, and then I'll swap this over to the new one afterwards. So that'll be the plan on this side. First plan, see if we can get this bugger off. Is it going to go very well or very badly? We have trying to do this with one hand is not easy. I keep touching this damn greasy pole. Giggity. Yes, baby. There we go. Finally. Whew, that was tricky. But rusty is not actually that bad inside there. Let's try to get the shock absorber off with the chrome vanadium. Hey, oh, yeah, he's pretty stiff on there, but he's working. Success. And it looks buggered. I mean, someone's put a screw through there in the past, so. But anyway, like, subscribe. Let's get me to 1,000, eh? Get 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, it's a bit of trial and error. I managed to get this little hubcap off, I guess we call it. Next is a split pin. Put this thing out, and hopefully this whole lot will slide out, and then we can just transfer that straight over for now. You snuck back in here again, have you? They'll be looking for you. Manage to split pin out. Let's try and get this thing off. Pretty sure this battery's dead, but we're going to give it a go. Whee, easy peasy. Just comes straight off. Nice. So next up is going to be trying not to die by taking these springs off. I mean, they are pretty old, so again, I'm not sure how to do this one-handed yet. So strong that it's breaking my pliers. There we go. Just pop out. There we go. Pretty used, like at all things. Some on the side, a whole lot should slot out at the front. There we go. Right, last bit. We can undo these. We can swap it all over. All right. Don't do what professional bodger does. Note yourself. There's a bolt on the back you need to get hold of, and then you can undo these nuts. Win. Always get the correct tools. Sorry, I'm not totally fucked it. Should be that. Should be that. Why you know fitting? Undo the tightest bolt in the world. There we go. And then, with any luck, this whole lot should. Off he comes. And that's how you remove your back plate the bodge way. There's obviously professional ways of taking your time, etc, etc. Next video we're going to be transferring all this crap, literal crap, onto the other one, and then we can yeah, get the wheels on it and actually roll the chassis. Kaboom! So remember to like and then maybe subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.